With a 15-minute budget, how much money can we make selling on Amazon? Today, I'm giving you a window into my $6 million Amazon business, and we're going to source live together for 15 minutes. Watch the whole thing, and you'll also understand where to start sourcing for products, how to find them, and the fastest ways to find them. No time to waste, though. Let's jump into the fun stuff. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and if I'm going too fast for you, you can slow down the video with the settings wheel. I've been doing this for a while, so I like to deliver as much value as possible, and the way you and I can start sourcing products and start the timer right now is by going to brand name products that already sell profitably on Amazon. If you don't know how I started at this starting point, I get that question a lot. Use any of the examples we'll find in today's video. Hopefully you'll find lots of good profitable products, but you can start with stuff like this, right? It sells for $7 on the brand's website, and then you can make a 2-pack of these for 14 bucks, make about $4 in profit, 30% ROI. Nothing crazy, but also not too bad, right? All we need to start sourcing products that are really good is a simple starting point like this. And I want to go ahead and start what the other successful sellers on this listing are selling, right? So it seems very simple, but it is by far the most effective way to source products. So if you're following along at home, you can do the exact same thing. I'm just going to start opening up some of these storefronts, especially the ones that have not an insane amount of feedback. They're maybe newer to the game. If they have 200 ratings, they've probably done around $1 million in sales. The amount of times people leave feedback is very low. So this person's probably a pretty decent Amazon seller, and you can see they have 120 products that we could potentially also sell for ourselves. So let's just go ahead and start Googling things here and see what might be profitable. So the first thing they're selling is like this bra here, and I see these are, I think that said it was $23 at Target, so they're probably buying these from Target. This particular one, not going to be profitable. We need to buy this for about 18 bucks to actually make a profit. What I can do though is use one of our sourcing softwares. So all you need for sourcing products is SellerAmp and then Keepa, which is right down here. SellerAmp shows me like a ton of the basic stats about the information. That shows me a little bit of extra data, about 40 bucks a month total for these. And where this is useful is to go to variations, and now I can see what's the most expensive version of this bra. And for example, I can see some of these are actually $50. So that would probably be pretty profitable. So selling these for 50, buying for 23. All right, I'm interested. Now what I want to see is items that actually sell. Obviously, very important, right? One thing that I look at to make sure that each individual style of this bra to actually sell is the buy box price line and the number of new sellers on the listing. So here, this buy box price line is super flat. The number of new sellers isn't really changing too much. I'm not super confident that's actually selling. If I compare that to something like this, where the price is changing a lot, Amazon shifting it between different sellers, and that new offer count's also going up and down, this is almost definitely selling. So these right here, these selling for $50. I would probably want to go ahead and place a test order on these for about 5 to 10 of them. Let's just call it 5. I'm going to round down my expected profit on a lot of these so we get a very conservative cost estimate of what we're actually going to make here in 15 minutes. 5 units there at $12 profit each. Maybe we'll add about 60 bucks in profit to the total. And I can also look for other styles of this with lots of new seller coming in and dropping off. Let's see, like this one, for example, you can see that went up to 3, went back down to 1, pretty consistently around $48 to $45. So let's put it at 48. Buy another 5 units of that so we can add 50 bucks in profit to the running total here. I'm also going to be really conservative on bras specifically because the return rate is really high. So I want to make sure we're not overestimating our profit. And then when we get to this, the prices start to get a little bit lower, 40 bucks, no longer interesting, but we found 2 versions of that are nice and profitable. So sweet. We can also just double check, make sure they have that like pinkish. Yeah, they've got all the different colors here, this beige, that kind of thing. Sweet. So we don't have to worry there. Couple decent profitable items. Let's keep on rolling. Like I said, let me know if you have questions down below. I know I like to go a little bit fast here. So let's see. We got the Hunter 2.0 pants, something like that. I don't know if I've ever come across these, but we can see if we can make them profitable. Let's see. These are 70. Initially it was showing up at 40 when I clicked it. So I'm confused. Maybe there's a coupon or something. I want to check Capital One shopping up here. I do see several ways for me to get 10% off, maybe 25. I just don't think that's going to be profitable enough here. I can still check and see if there is like a really expensive version of these pants, but less interested in this just because this price on this version is already basically lower than what we would be buying it for from the brand. Yeah, so all of these are like 70 bucks. So no worries there. Not going to find anything too crazy. Let's keep it moving. That's the product we came from, I believe. Yeah, so we can't count that one. See, that one only sells 12 times a month. Usually I'm looking for things that sell like at least 30 or at least close to 30 times a month. Let's see, like some kind of Hello Kitty bracelet. This is at least closer to 30 sales a month. We need to buy it for 15. Just seems like something we could maybe get for 15. And it seems like that's probably going to be the case here at Boscov's. Yeah, it's got the red hearts on it. See, does this have the red hearts? Yep. Okay, cool. We're buying these for 15. Those only sell 25 times a month. So I'm not going to buy a ton of these. Let's just call it another 5 units here. Go ahead and add 20 bucks in profit to our running total here. Realistically, honestly, on all these, I'd probably have bought 10 just for my own store, just to make sure I have enough in stock for a little while. But again, I want to make sure, since we're trying to hit a high score here, make sure it's super conservative in terms of how much you can really make selling on Amazon for 15 minutes. Let's see. We got like an album here. Is this one new? 5 in stock. Let's see. I would rather source from something that seems a little bit more professional, maybe. Let's see. These, we need to get them for 45 bucks. The price has gone down a little bit. So a lot of these used to be super profitable. Let's see, 51 right there. What is this? This is direct from his website, but yeah, it's an older album. So I doubt he's going to be selling that on his website anymore. Sweet. So potentially something there. I saw that one website, this one. So Ear Candy Music. There's only 5 of these in stock. Is it even worth dealing with? Oh, I guess it would be almost 100 bucks in profits. Let's see. The way I'm going to figure out if this website is legit is to just check Trustpilot. Another way is when you check out if a website accepts PayPal, then they're also probably legit, just because it's pretty easy to get your money back if you use PayPal and they don't send whatever you bought. Let's see. It doesn't have very many feedback. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see something with a little bit more history of actually being real. Let's see. Let's keep on going here. Again, I'm just skimming for things that I think I can actually buy for this max cost option. I don't know. Is this coffee $4? No, it's about 6. No worries. So we need to get 2 of those for 9. Let's see. K-cups for 361, maybe. Nope. Those are gonna be like $7. So really, when it comes to sourcing, you want to try to be as fast as possible in terms of looking at this max cost number and figuring out if that is actually reasonable or not. Mouth guard, those are 15. Like, for example, we're never buying 8 packs of food for a quarter each, right? So we don't even need to worry about that kind of stuff. Let's see, here's like some cocoa or something like that. These are like 20. Yeah, we need like too much of a discount. Usually I'll click into things that I am at least somewhat close to making a profit on. And let's see, I'm really just trying to skip them for some of the best stuff here. Let's see, got like some kind of grout supply. We need it for $11. Menards has it for 15. Is there any kind of coupon or anything we can use? Because we can use like the rebates that Menards offers. Pay like 13. Just don't think that's going to be quite low enough there. Let's see, let's keep on going. And just because we've been looking through this store and it's getting a little bit less profitable, probably like at the next store. Usually when I look at like 10 to 20 items and I'm just not seeing much, I will start skipping on to my next opportunity. See, these are probably like 60. Yeah, definitely not $16. Okay, cool, no worries. So I noticed there was another storefront on just this item alone, right? And now that we have also found other profitable examples, if you know you're at home, you want to source, do this same thing, all you need to do is just go to any of the profitable examples we found, or honestly any of these examples that are being sold by third-party sellers. Even if it's not already profitable, doesn't mean you can't go out there and find it profitably. Let's see, we got some socks. These are 14 with the brand's website. We can see if any of these are like more expensive. I see this one's a $30. 30 bucks for a pair of socks is crazy also, but looks like people are actually paying that. That's insane. I guess we'll take it though. Let's see, is that in stock here? So let's right click, and then I like to search this with Google Lens, especially on things like this where we're looking for like a similar style with clothes and that kind of thing, just because when you search for clothes, a lot of times it's going to be, yeah, the 8 other colors and that kind of thing. Maybe this could be a discontinued color. That could be why it is so much more expensive, just because you can't get it in stock anymore. See, this one would be interesting too, going for 27. See if anything shows up when we Google this one. Nope, not seeing too much. I'm also curious if we have a discount. Okay, so we do have a 20% discount on these. That could actually change things. And we can also get 10% when we get 4 or more, which obviously we'd be buying at least 4. Let's see, so 14 bucks minus that 20% coupon. We're actually buying these for $11.20. Do we have this like yellow toed one? I'm not seeing that one right away there. Let's see, we have this one. Let's see, not seeing that one either, unfortunately. I'm gonna try a Google Lens search on this, just because a bunch of these seem pretty good, but they might just be like discontinued colors or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, all the options are showing up at basically like third-party marketplaces, so probably nothing too crazy. There could be something to dig for there, just on a time constraint, just because I want to try to maximize our sourcing here. I'd probably skip that. If you got more time to source, maybe something to look further into. Let's see, we want the 3-pack of shirts here. We aim for 12 bucks. Those are 32. Even with a coupon, we're not going to be super close there. Let's see, maybe the underwear only sell 9 times a month. Here's some like Carter's clothes. We knew that the Carter's clothing was on sale, so there's a chance that these might be profitable. We had like tie-dye, is that what they're calling them? Yeah, most likely. Okay, cool. So these are 13 bucks. We need to buy these for $11.68. So these are actually going to be profitable using a profit booster, being discounted gift cards. Usually Carter's is pretty good. So if I look up Carter's at Card Bear, I can see all of the different marketplaces that sell basically discounted money that I can use at Carter's, buying discounted gift cards. So I can go in here and, for example, buy a $50 gift card for 17% off. Seems like quite a few times. There's 30 of them right there. So I'm definitely gonna be able to get that discount there. Let's actually go back over to our Amazon listing. So we're buying these for 13 minus, I'm just gonna round down to 15% for our discounted gift card. And by the way, my SellerAmp is already including shipping cost and sales tax if you're worried about that. So this is truly $4 profit after it's all said and done. On these, I'll probably go ahead and get probably 10 pairs here. Although I do see that there are lots of different profitable versions of this too. We could be onto something here. Let's see. So let's just focus on this particular color, and we can also check the other ones. ones. So let's see, blue, pink, tie-dye, perfect. All right, so yeah, so we can get 10 of these. So we got 40 from the size 10 to 12 in terms of profit. Let's see, awesome. Yeah, so lots of these are good. So 14 years right there. Selling for 29, sorry. Anywhere from 27 to 29. Let's just call it 28 because you see the price went down to 27. Now it's back to 29. Let's call it 28. Let's get 10 units there. Go ahead and add $60 in profit. See, size 2 to 3, currently going for 28 again. Recently as low as like 23. So let's just call it somewhere in the middle. Say on average you sell them for 26. So we can go ahead and add $50 in profit there. Let's see the size 8 right here. 26 again. Hopping between 26 and 28. It's going to be another $50 in profit. So lots of these different sizes seem to be pretty solid here. So I like to see that. And you can also see the number of new sellers changing a lot, which shows me that it is actually having some success and actually selling, which is good to see. This one had a history being like $21. So I might skip this one, honestly. This one looks a lot better. It's at its lowest price ever right now at 25. For a while it was $30. So we can go ahead and add another $40 in profit to our running total here. Awesome. So definitely a good find there. We got a few minutes left on the 15-minute challenge. So not doing too bad at all here. I would say pretty typical in terms of average sourcing for me. Nothing too crazy, nothing too horrible. I'm gonna try to see if we can find an item that's like a really good one. Oh, this one only sells 10 times a month. See, is it profitable? Just out of curiosity. It's like a 2 extra small. I can show you a way to see how fast these sell though. So let me show you that if it's actually interesting because it is profitable. Sometimes these that say they don't sell very fast can actually sell a little bit better than you think. And I can look at the data offers tab and see everyone's like stock count and price over time. Let's see, let's go include historical. So this is useful because I can see this person's stock count actually decreasing and their price was basically the price I want to charge. Problem is they've had 5 in stock since July and they're still not sold out. So not super interested in that, but we do see that they're actually making some sales, just nothing super interesting for me. Let's see, pair of shorts right here. Yeah, no, those are like $20. I would say usually when I Google something and it's within, maybe I only need like a 30% off discount, I can usually create that with a coupon on the website or a discounted gift card or something like that. When it's not even close, probably gonna skip. Let's see, $17, but only sells 11 times a month. See, this one has a negative max cost, which is another thing. Usually it just means the item's pretty cheap and it's just probably not even possible to make your ideal profit after Amazon fees. So if you see that when you're doing some sourcing on your own, it's almost always a skip. Let's see, here's like some women's underwear or something like that. We're hitting on some other underwear. Why not? Anything that's profitable, right? Let's see, these are, when you get these for $15, which is what makes me interested in them. I think saw the same colors there. These are 24. We can use this 30% coupon on seemingly anything, but I don't think it's gonna get our price low enough. We need that on some kind of discount already. So we can wait for a sale to come around on the Jockey website or something like that. See, Bath and Body Works can be good to sell if there's like a good coupon going on. Not seeing it show up initially, so it could be like a discontinued scent or something on their website. Buy 3, get 1 free is the sale going on right now. A lot of the soaps are $16. There's no way we're gonna get 2 of these for $6. We need like a better sale or something like that. Let's see. All right, so go some golf balls. We can check those out. Seems like these are usually like $20. We need to buy them for 15. So again, hopefully you can see it's really just a game of kind of looking through, is that cost reasonable? Google it and you can usually figure out pretty quick. Let's see, this Swig Life or something like that. It's just the new like cup trend or something. I know it feels like there's a new brand of cups every year that everyone's running each other over for. So maybe this is the one for this holiday season. Let's see, I'm trying to Google Lens search here. Seems like this might be like a discontinued style or something. Sweet. And I see on my timer we got like probably less than 60 seconds left. Let's see if we can hit a buzzer beater here. Find something at the very end. See a toaster. See pickleball protective edge. All right, whatever. I don't think we're gonna get that for $2, but it's a funny one. Let's see. We got some stuffed animals here going into the holidays right now. This can be a good category for sure. What are these? This is $33, although it's out of stock right now. So this will be profitable. You can see if we buy this for 33, we make money here. So I definitely would just notify me when available. Have it email you when that item's back in stock and go buy it. Have it shoot you an email when things become profitable again. This is interesting. It's like some kind of a electrical part. I like selling stuff like this because no one really gets onto Amazon to start wanting to sell random electrical parts and plumbing parts and stuff like that. They can be honestly pretty good. Let's see. Although I don't know if we're gonna have enough margin on this. What would be interesting, out of time to do that, but what would be fun to do from here, you could open up one of these stores that's selling like electrical parts, for example. And yeah, it looks like this person, that's basically like a big specialty for them. And you just go brand by brand. And this is where you really start to learn how to sell new categories, new brands, that kind of thing. Is just specifically focusing on people's storefronts, figuring out what they've already gotten good at sourcing and usually reverse engineer from here. I'll look up this one last product. And if it doesn't hit, that's what we'll call our 15-minute challenge here. I think we're going to be close, but not quite there because this is $95. That's the same product. Looks very similar. Actually, I think it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Plus the cost is not going to be quite there. So nothing too crazy there, but we were able to find several items here within that 15-minute challenge, which is awesome to see. So now you know exactly how I like to source products for my 7-figure Amazon business. The next step of the process after you source inventory, by the way, is just to list those items on Boxem. You'll ship those into Amazon FBA. As they receive those big boxes, you will start to see sales through your Amazon account. Amazon's going to ship those out to your customers for you, or you can start doing FBM, which is where you just ship the items directly to the customers as the products sell. But if you want to see more on that, I'll leave a video here in just a second. If this was helpful, please hit subscribe. All that good stuff helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you want to see that next step of the process where you ship and sell these items, click this video right here.